Good afternoon, everyone. So, having fun here?
Yeah.
Good, very good, excellent. Okay, so I'm here to talk about drama techniques and language learning, especially relating to experiential learning. Okay? So, my name is Teresa. He introduced my name, and I have my Korean name, which is Heo. But in my graduate school, everybody call me Teresa, because in our school, everybody speaks English. Okay, and before starting, I'm going to introduce some quotes, very, very famous quotes. Probably you might know already those quotes. And somebody say that I hear and I forget. You already know, yeah? And I listen and I remember. You know the difference between hearing and listening, okay? So you hear, you forget. You listen and you remember. And finally, you do what? You understand. So who do you think said this one? This is so well-known quote, but nobody knows who said that. This is very famous person. Very famous person. Confucius. And not very handsome though, but anyway. And it is very similar, very much related to experiential learning. You do and you learn, okay? And not only Confucius, but also all the people, same level of famous, and also said, Socrates, yeah, one of them is Aristotle. We cannot recognize the difference, yeah? Very similar. Okay, there's one more, there are a lot, but I'm going to introduce one more, a little bit, later. And tell me and I'll forget. But instead of here, they're talking about tell me, and teach me and I understand. And finally, involve me and I learn. So involve means you experience something, yeah? So involve, huh? Yes, very good, excellent, good job. Excellent, oh, I'm so surprised, yeah? And finally, the most famous one about talking about the importance of doing and learning. Here the proof is something to do, not something to learn. And the doing of such a nature as to demand the thinking. Learning naturally results. Who do you think said this one? Very famous one. Learning by doing. Yes, that's John Dewey. Okay? So these John Dewey. Yeah, he said that one. So these quotes are all talking about what? Importance of doing in learning. Okay? So this experiential learning related to many different type of methodologies. Everybody knows cooperative learning and project-based learning, task-based learning. And even I'm going to talk about drama techniques in language learning, and also related to experiential learning. Let learners do something, okay? Not just understand, not just read, they do. Language learning, without doing it, how can you learn the language, okay? So I'm going to talk about process drama here. Okay, before starting, you are here, you're invited here to learn about and to talk about drama. So I'm going to start my session by doing some drama techniques, okay? Everybody look at here. There are a lot of show me facial expressions. So a lot of facial expressions, yeah, related words. And I think that all of you already know those words, the meaning of those words. Probably some people might be a little bit confused with the word exasperated. Okay, exasperated. That is, the meaning of exasperated is what? Very, very annoyed, very angry, yeah, something like that, yeah. And the other words are, everybody knows, yeah? All of them. And let me ask a question. When you, all of you might be practitioners, you're teaching English, yeah? Or you're developing materials in some area. And when you teach long syllable word or long sentence, how do you drill your students? Repeat after me. Repeat after me 3 times. Okay. There will be many different types of drilling, like mood drill. Mood drill is okay, everybody, you're angry, and say this, and I'm happy. And now you're this, and they say, okay. So you can do a lot of different type of drill, but there's a very good drill which is called back chaining. Have you heard about back chaining? Back chaining. Okay. So the long syllabus like exasperated, you break down into several parts. Okay, the long syllable words. So for example, from the back. So everybody repeat after me. Rated. Paraded. Exasperated. That is back chaining. Okay? So back chaining is really, really useful. There's front chaining as well, but the English language, back chaining is more useful. Okay? Okay. So you know all these words. Now, with the person next to you, you're going to do some activity. Okay? What you have to do now is choose 2 words from here. Okay, choose 2 words from here. But don't tell your chosen words to your partner. Okay? Choose 2 words. Everybody have your partner, okay? You have. So if you don't have partner, go to the next person, okay? And choose 2 words. And what you're going to do is mime your word to your partner. Each other, okay? And you have to guess what she's miming. And if you finish guessing right those 2 words each other, and raise your hand. Let's see who is the quickest person. Okay, ready? How many words? 2 words. Are you going to talk about this or mime? You're going to mime, okay? Ready? Oh, so after finishing, what are you going to do? You raise your hand, you just stay. Raise your hand, okay? Ready? Go! Here are some people already finished, so good. Alright, good job. Excellent. Okay, so when you finish, you raise your hand, everybody. Okay, good, very good, excellent. Alright, so when you teach these type of words, let them experience the words, okay? Okay, now I'm going to talk about drama. Let me ask a question. There are very, very frequently used 2 words in our daily life, which is drama and theater. Okay? Whenever I have drama session, I always asking this question in the first time. So what's the difference between drama and theater? The 2 words are you use the 2 words in our daily life many times, yeah? But in educational drama, you see educational drama here. I'm going to talk about educational drama. Educational drama means you use drama techniques to educate people, okay? So we call it educational drama. In Korean, 교육 연극, okay? So educational drama, the 2 words like drama and theater, people use it in a different way. Now, how do you think those 2 words are different? How different? Talk with your partner, quickly. I'm going to give you only 20 seconds, okay? Oh, hello? Some people don't talk. Okay, good. Finish. Because some people don't talk. Alright, and then tell me, if you have any idea, tell me about it. I see some people already took my course before. I know, some of them. Probably I already told them the difference, okay? So at least those people, you have to tell me. What's the difference, the 2 words? How different? Oh my God. Okay. Oh, yeah, thank you. Good, very good. Especially about the theater part, very good. Those 2 words originate from Greek word, okay, Greek word. You know, Greek is very famous in a play. And drama, no, first, theater originates from Greek word to watch. So, to watch. But drama is to do. So, learning by doing by John Dewey with others like Aristotle and many people, you see, so related to drama. Okay? Drama, the word drama coming from Greek word which means to do. Okay? So drama is doing. Theater is watching. Okay? So when we talk about in educational drama, when we talk about theater something, it means that something to do with performance. Something to watch. So there's an audience, there's players, and there's something to watch. Yeah? But drama, you don't have to. You don't have to perform. You don't have to perform. Like what you are doing in your classroom, role play, improvisation role plays. You know, without role play, how can you teach language? Impossible. Okay? So role play is so important in teaching speaking, especially speaking and listening. But that is all drama, not theater. Yeah? A role play, that's okay with your partner. You know, do a role play. You do many times in your classroom. Yeah? That is all drama. And theater is some. But have you heard about reader theater? Reader theater is another teaching methodology, reading, and there's using, you know, drama techniques and teach reading, you know, activity, reading to improve reading. That is readers theater, not readers drama. So reader theater means when you do reader theater, you have to perform. The students have to perform in front of the audience. Okay, but process drama that you're going to do today is coming from drama in education. There's two categories in educational drama in England that is coming from England. And TIE, the theater in education, and DIE is drama in education. Yeah? Don't read these two words like tie-dye. Right? Nobody read that way. That is TIE. And theater in education is a group of players. They're visiting schools and institutes and everywhere to educate people by play, yeah, by doing play. Yeah? So they sometimes in front of primary school students they're acting, and sometimes they're asking questions to the audience. Do you think that I have to kill the wolf? And they say yes, it's very bad. Okay, and then they interact with each other. Okay, that is TIE, okay? But DIE, a drama in education, you don't have to perform. You do it in your classroom with your students, okay? With your students, you don't have to perform. So from the DIE, process drama comes, okay? So today, so in England, DIE and process drama used interchangeably. So some people are talking about DIE, that is process drama. Now outside UK, many people talk DIE as process drama. Okay, so if you go to America, if you go to Canada, if you go to Australia, many places people call it process drama. Okay. All right. So you might ask me like, what is process drama, by the way? Then I'm going to talk about it quickly. And there's no script. Very daunting, yeah? Without script, what can I do without script? And there's no script. The script is with the teacher and with the student. There's no script. They're producing together, but you'll find out how. And the structure is episodic structure. There are many episodes, okay? Not just only one episode. There are many episodes progressing, and therefore the time frame is not just fixed. It's extended. And obviously, audience and players are one. So your students, sometimes they watch other classmates do, and sometimes they do. So their intermeaning is one. Okay? And there's no separation between players and audience. And teacher in role. That is very, very important. Teacher starts the drama as a role. Okay? Normally, teachers are doing in the classroom as a facilitator and director. They don't care. They don't care what they have to do. They just watch and give feedback, okay? But process drama starts with the teacher. The teacher starts the drama as a role, okay? For example, if I do a process drama using museum robbery, Then in the museum, there's a robbery. My topic of process drama is museum robbery, okay? And then I'm going to be the museum, the director of the museum. But in our museum, the very famous painting, for example, Mona Lisa or something, isn't stolen, okay? So that is the starting point. And I'm going to start a process drama with my students. My students are, for example, adults, okay? Adults. University students, or you can do it with high school, or if your students are very smart, and you can do it with primary school students as well. And you just, but before doing process drama, you have to make an agreement with your student. Okay, class, if I change my jacket, or if I put on my hat, or put on my drama start. So I'm not your teacher anymore, I am the person in the drama, okay? So if I change, everybody, let's go into the drama set, okay? So you have to have an agreement with the students, okay? Or drama contract. You have to make a contract with your students, okay? To do process drama, that is very important. So the teacher, for example, take on a hat. Oh, thank you for coming, this urgent meeting this morning. You know what? Our precious painting, Mona Lisa, was stolen last night. I don't know what to do. Okay, so, and the teacher going to one of the students and, what time did you leave yesterday? What time did you leave the museum yesterday? And she was asked, she asked, I'm at 5 o'clock. Really, 5 o'clock? Somebody told me that you were there around 10 p.m. What were you doing? So that is no script, but something happening, and everybody really, because the teacher starts the drama, so everybody quickly go into the drama setting. Okay? So that is one part of process. Oh, you're going to experience. And group-oriented. So teachers start the drama, targeting all the students. And obviously, there's process-oriented. But to do this type of process drama, you cannot do without any preparation. Okay? You need some preparation. So the person named Boel and Heath, they studied and they experienced a lot of, many times process drama, and they made 6 principles, okay? 6 principles to do the process drama. Everybody, can you read all together? Every time I show you one principle, okay, let's see. This line, you are the first one. So you read aloud a very loud voice. I'm going to give you the score, okay? So ready, go! 80, okay? And how about here? 90, okay? And how about over there? Rose. 88. Okay, I'm keen on the sound. Okay, the first. 89. Okay, and how about here? Oh my God! 95. Okay, good. And how about here? 83. What happened? Okay, good. So these six principles are very important. As you see, learning area, that you have to have what you are going to teach. Okay? What learning area I'm going to do with my students. And context, where the drama will take place. And roles, what will be my role? Oh my God! Is it okay? Okay. What will be my role and what will be my student's role? And tension. Tension is very important. Without tension, drama doesn't exist. Okay? So the tension was that museum robbery that I talked about. You know what? Our museum, the precious painting, Mona Lisa was stolen. And everybody went, really? What? And the tension arises. Okay? The tension drives people to talk. Okay? Without tension, but think about your classroom. You repeat after me, everybody, and there's a script, and there's no tension. How much is this? This is $5. Okay, here it is. Thank you. No tension. Do you think it's tension? No. Just like, hello, thank you. no tension. Okay? Tension is very important. Everybody is talking about meaningful context, authentic situation. But without tension, nothing. Okay? So, and sign is kind of props that they use, to hook the drama. Okay? And strategy. Strategy is very important. Strategy is you are going to do in process drama, not just improvisation activity, but there are many drama strategies. So the teacher's role in process drama is in and out of role. Okay? Why the teacher starts the process drama as a teacher. Okay, class, we're going to do process drama today. So our topic process drama is blah 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 blah. Okay, da 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 da. And there will be many preparation tasks to do real drama. Okay? And the teacher having a role starts the drama and take off and go back to the outer role. Okay? And they prepare another drama and then the teacher starts another session with as a role. Okay? So in and outer role. Okay? That is episodic structure using a lot of drama strategy. Alright, so these are the more detailed questions. Do you have these handouts, everyone? Yes. And I'm not going to read again. So those questions that the teacher should ask to prepare the process drama prior to the drama. Okay, so this is drama approaches. The person names Kao and O'Neill, the two people, they studied drama techniques in language learning, okay, language learning. So they divided into three categories. So in language learning, people are using a lot of drama techniques, okay, and a lot of drama techniques, and they try to divide into three categories. And they thought about discourse, roles, task, and focus, okay. So closed and controlled is over there. It means that discourse is scripted. So many of you, when you do drama, you are using script, okay? And that is more controlled. And everybody, your students, they're going to have a role, okay? The role is not changing. If they're a Cinderella, one of them is Cinderella, they're going to be Cinderella, yeah? Or he's going to be Prince, he's going to be Prince, okay? The role is fixed. And obviously, teacher is director. Teacher is director, and the focus is accuracy. So you think that if they memorize all the lines, probably they will use it later on in their, But if you look at the open communication, there's no script, no roles fixed, negotiable, roles are negotiable, and group-oriented, and fluency is very important, okay? So I'm going to show you one by one which drama techniques belong to which category. Scripted role play, that is the most closed and dramatized story, like Cinderella, 한국놀부, and language games, using some sentences, they do a little bit improvisation activity, and simulation, improvisational role play, scenario, and the most open communication is process to drama, okay? Because I speak Spanish, I love Spanish, so I lived in Spain many years, so my second language I say that Spanish. So that's why sometimes when I pronounce process drama, I pronounce like process. Okay, all right. So what kind of benefit process drama will offer? Obviously there will be many, but new context. Teacher having a role, a new context, classroom context, language opportunity. So you're gonna have a lot of language opportunity to use, to learn, and different roles, attitudes, and perspectives. Yeah, you're gonna become this way, you're gonna become that role, and obviously democratic classroom. Teacher normally having a lot of authority, but in process drama, teacher having a role, teacher is safe. So teachers should listen to students. Yeah, if students say that, why you did that one, the teacher should respond. Yeah, and current culture, you can include a lot of current cultural aspect in process drama. Okay, then today, I don't know how much time I can use. I have only 60 minutes, but I'm going to introduce quickly one of the process dramas which I use to train in-service teachers. Learner training. What is learner training? Before doing process drama, you have to train your students, okay? So learner training, very important. You have to explain that today we're going to do process drama. Process drama is drama, but there's no script. You don't have to perform. We're going to do everybody together. If your teacher sometimes become a person in the drama, or your teacher again. So if I change if I put on my hat, if I put on jacket, or if I put on sunglasses, if I put something on my cheek, and then I'll become the person in the drama. If I take up, and then I'll become the teacher again. So all those kind of introduction. And drama contract. So you better make a contract with your students. In my case, I have my own contract. So when I do process drama with students, I do the drama contract. During this drama, I will la 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 la, all those items, and then sometimes I ask people sign the signature. Okay, so there will that is very, very useful, the drama contract. All right. So now you are going to be my students. Okay, you're going to be my students. Agree? Yes. Sure? Yes. You're going to experience process drama, very short version of process drama, okay? So because we are talking about experiential learning, which is learning by doing. So far I talk a lot about process drama, but without experiencing it, nothing, okay? So let's experience a little bit. The thing that process drama that I'm going to use it, the boy who cried wolf. This process drama, this was I made many years ago, more than 15 years ago, more than 10 years ago, not 15. 10 years ago, I presented this process drama in 외국어 교육학회 because it's almost my third process drama. This one is third process drama. But I love this topic. So the topic is The Boy Who Cried Wolf, and it's epilogue. Okay? Everybody knows The Boy Who Cried Wolf. Yeah. What is that in Korean? Oh, very smart, very smart. When I first decided to use this story to process drama, I searched Google. I Googled like shepherd boy. Because 양치기 소년, shepherd boy. You know what happened? Jesus is my shepherd boy. I couldn't find any Aesop's fable, shepherd boy. Oh my gosh, shepherd boy is so famous. Fables, but where is it? And Google it, Aesop's shepherd boy. They don't come. I don't know, oh my God, what happened? And I asked one of my colleagues who are native speakers. And he said, oh, I explained the story, and The Boy Who Cried Wolf. Oh my God, so long title. Why not just Shepherd Boy? Yeah, but anyway, the Boy Who Cried. Well, you're so smart, yeah? How could you know, right? Okay. So, as I told you, when I planned this process drama, I had to think about the 6 principles, yeah? Learning area, context, roles, and everything. So the planning principles, I thought learning area, I thought about empathy. Okay, what is empathy, everybody? Empathy. Empathy. The power of understanding others. Yeah? And understanding human nature. That is my goal. That was my goal. A very small goal. Okay? Okay, process drama is very, very, very reflective. Yeah? You know, actually, if you look at experiential learning is not only just doing, but also the last stage is always reflection. Without reflection, you cannot say that experiential learning. So there's a cycle of reflection. So process drama requires a lot of reflection. And context, a little village on a mountainside, which happens, the boy who cried wolf, that accident. The roles, the teacher's role is police officer and pet doctor, blah, blah, blah. And students' role are villages and many different roles. And signed David's letter to his mother. David is the shepherd boy's name. Actually, Aesop's fables, he doesn't have any name. He's just shepherd boy. But I made it a little bit more personalized. So that is David. His name is David. But actually, this is imaginary name, no? Not real shepherd boy. I don't know what's shepherd boy name. And strategies, a lot of different strategies. Okay. And language focus. I vaguely thought about some languages, which is feeling adjective. Feeling adjective, students might use. Yeah? And adjective for describing people. And descriptive verbs. Okay? I thought about those elements. And as I told you, that to do process drama, the drama, the student and teachers, student out of role, without having a role as a teacher, the teacher prepare the students for the next coming drama activity. Okay? So before starting the drama, the teacher asks the students, and we call it priming task, preparation task, okay? Priming task for a village meeting. I'm going to do a village meeting with the students, but before doing village meeting, I'm going to do priming task, okay? Priming task is students, so many students that I couldn't give you a name tag, but imagine that you're given a name tag and a worksheet where they can create their villages. So you can create your own identity. Every participant, all of my students, every participant, they can what? They can create their own identity. Okay? So I can become a doctor, medical doctor, I can become an architect, I can become a teacher, I can become a baker, I can become a farmer, I can become anybody. Okay? So they wrote their own, they create their own identity, their age, their name, and finally, how many sheep they lost. Okay? So they lost. So young learners, they write 1,000 sheep. But some students say that 2 sheep or 10 sheep, 100 sheep. Yeah, but they write how many sheep they lost. Okay? And then, after giving time to create their own identity, and the village meeting will start. Okay? The teacher is going to be who? Police officer, and the students will be the villagers that they created. Okay, everybody created their own identity. So in my class, they put so they put the name tag on their chest. Okay, so the teacher knows their name, their age, their job, and how many sheep they lost. Okay. I told you that if I change, what happened? Drama starts. So, am I a teacher now? No. I am a person in the drama, okay? Who do you think I'm going to be? Police officer, okay? I don't know, this looks like a policeman. This is my favorite hat. But anyway, imagine that this is policeman's. But I'm not going to use my glasses, okay? So, you see, I'm not your teacher anymore. I'm a person in the drama. So you have to participate in my drama. Okay. Good morning. Good morning, villagers. Good morning. Oh my God. I'm so sorry about the recent accident, the wolves attack. So I know that all of you lost sheep, your loving sheep, and I have to find out how many you lost and what happened and everything. So I'm going to ask around. Hello. Can I ask your name? What is your name? Emma. Okay, Emma. Emma, can I ask your job? Oh, you're a teacher, Emma. I know many teachers, but you please. Anyway, Emma, you lost sheep? How many? 50? 50? 15? Oh, 50? Oh my goodness. Oh, as a teacher, you're very rich. Okay. All right, thank you. And I wrote your loss, and then we'll talk later. Oh, hello. Can I ask your name? Claire, okay. Claire, you live in this village, yeah? Okay, so how many sheep you live? 10 sheep. Oh my gosh. Can I ask your job? Oh, you're a singer! Oh my goodness! But I haven't seen you sing. And where do you sing then? In your house? Then I'm a singer too, eh? Okay, good. Oh, hello. Hi. Oh, can I ask your name? Jessie. Hi, Jessie. Hi, Jessie. Yeah, I'm so sorry about the recent accident. Jessie, I haven't seen you. But when did you move to this village? Really? You are David's sister? Oh, I didn't know that. I thought that David doesn't have anybody. Your hidden sister? Same mother? Oh my gosh. I didn't know that. As far as I know, David was living with his mother, Anna. But you, okay. So how many sheep? You, one sheep. Oh, so you, okay. All right. Oh, nice to meet you. I didn't know that. Oh, we have to talk a lot about David, okay? All right. Oh, hello. Hello. Can I ask your name? Hyun, okay. Hyun, okay. Hyun. You lost sheep as well? Yeah. Okay. Thank God. Sure. What do you do? Well, you live in this village, yeah? You're a baker, okay. You are the owner of the newly established bakery. Oh my gosh. Good to say that. It's very good. Yeah, very good. Okay, I will stop by. Okay, hello. Can I ask your name? Amy. Hi, Amy. Amy. You lost sheep as well? You're so sad, but you're smiling. Okay, but anyway, how many? 3 sheep. Thank God they're very close. All right, thank you. Well, everyone, I'm so sorry about it. But you know what? Last night, David's mother, Anna, some people might know that Anna is very sick. She has a lung cancer, and she came to the police station and was crying. You know what happened? David ran away. David ran away as a small boy because of the villages, yeah? So he ran away and leaving a letter to his mother. And David, Anna crying, and this is the letter. Mom, I'm leaving the village. I don't know where to go, but I cannot live here anymore. Some villagers yell at me and others don't even talk to me. And I have a nightmare every night. Mom, I'm so sorry for leaving you now. But don't worry about me, I'll be okay. Please take care of your family. So she was crying. I don't know what to do. So we have to deal with this situation. David is just a small boy, everyone. I understand you're lost, but we will deal with some part of your life, okay? Okay. So if I take off my shirt, what happened? I'm your teacher again, okay? I'm your teacher. So after doing this, the teacher is going to do another priming task, which is roll on the wall. This is drama techniques, which is also can be used in reading activity. Roll on the wall is the teacher used. This one is already completed roll on the wall, but normally roll on the wall is empty paper and the figure, and the students this time, I'm going to ask you, for example, inside the people, human figure, the students, they write whatever they think about what David think of himself. Okay? So inside, what David think of himself. So I'm lonely. I'm so poor. I'm handsome or whatever. Yeah? And outside, what others think of David. What others think of David. So inside what? What David think of himself. And outside what? What others think of David. Okay? So probably you can ask your students to do this in group of 5 or group 4 and something. Yeah? Sometimes if your students' language level is very low and they can write even in Korean. Okay? The most important thing is make them engaged in the drama. Okay? So after doing it in several minutes, the teacher, but today I don't have any whiteboard, and teacher gather their ideas using a whiteboard. You use a whiteboard and you draw this empty figure. Okay? So starting to collect all your students' ideas. Okay? But you just not only collect, but also you divide it into the David's figure into 3 different parts. You divided this into 3 parts. And 1/3, 2/3, 3 parts. So the highest part, you write something really, really positive. Okay? If your students shout out, oh, he's handsome, and then you write, and the student said, he's irresponsible, and then you write at the bottom. And if they see, in the middle, in neutral. Okay? That is a very, very useful vocabulary activity. The students, sometimes they shout out in Korean, and then you translate it into English and write it on the figure. Okay? So that is really, so word on the wall activity, it is drama activity, but many reading teachers, they're using this as a reading activity. So when you teach the reading text, okay? Reading text, this is narrative, there's always character, okay? There's always somebody. And then after teaching, you do this roll on the wall and they analyze the character, okay? So inside, what the character think of himself, and outside, what others think of him. So based on the text, they can develop a little bit more, okay? So after doing this, so we did this, and we're going to do hot sitting. So hot sitting is, we're going to invite David's mother, okay? David's mother. There is a press conference, okay? I'm going to open a press conference. I'm going to be the host, okay? So press conference. So every reporters from many different parts, like from newspaper, magazine, or animal magazine, or anywhere, and they come and ask questions to David's mother. Okay? That is hot sitting. Hot sitting is a drama strategy which you interview one of the characters. You're using those character interviews in the reading activity. Yeah? That is one of the drama activity. So hot sitting is where people act out characters from the story, and all the people ask them questions, and the characters have to answer them and ask them details. But before doing hot sitting, you ask your students to prepare questions in group. Okay? So while they're preparing, you monitoring and giving feedback, and after that, you start hot sitting, inviting David's mother, Anna. If your students are high-level students, and if your students are up to, high school and university, you can invite one of your students who are good at English as David's mother, Anna. Okay? But if you think that your students have middle school or primary, and then you are going to be Anna. Okay? And then the students ask questions to you. All right. So you can talk to your students before doing this. You can ask any questions about David. How old is he? What is his hobby? Does he like sports? Anything. Okay? Can he swim? Can he blah blah? Right? So you can become David's mother. So do we do this house sitting? Is there anybody who is volunteering to become David's mother? Anna? David's mother, Anna? 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 Okay, let's see. I'm going to check. Oh. Because of the time, let's skip this, okay? This is a very funny activity. All right. And the next drama activity is tableau. Have you heard about tableau? If I ask this question, many people say, yes, and who is tableau? The singer? No, I'm not talking about the singer tableau. This is drama activity tableau, yeah? The singer tableau, nothing to do with this drama activity. And tableau is, in other words, is frozen picture, a still image, okay? Group still image. So the students are given a context, and then in group of 5, 6, or 7, they're going to create photograph-like still image by using their body. Okay? So that is students in group of 5 or 6 design a group still image with thought tracking is when you're 1, 2, 3, freeze! And then they freeze. And then if the teacher asks the other students that, what do you think they're showing you? And they say, oh, probably they, okay, let's find out. And the teacher touched one of the students, and the student who was touched can move and say, whoa, wolf is coming! And frozen again. Okay? So that is tableau. Okay? Tableau is really, really powerful. Much more powerful than role play. That is, and plus, the student whose English is very low level, I don't want to say low level, but has some problems in his, and then, oh my God, and then the students whose proficiency level is a little bit limited, and they can happily join tableau. Because they don't have to brrr, okay? And some students, even though their English is very, very good, they don't want to act out in front of the student, yeah? They don't like that. I don't like that. Probably many of you, you don't like acting out in front of the people, even though you're a teacher. But tableau is really, really convenient, yeah? And very powerful as well. And very creative, very creative. So, group still is tableau. So I asked the students, like there are 3 groups of students. For example, if I ask, if this is my class, for example, this group, you're going to create tableau, representing the situation that the first shouting, David shouted how many times? 3 times, okay? And you're going to create tableau, the first shouting. So you can create 2 tableaus, for example. The first shouting, you are doing cooking or something, and wolf, and the second shouting. Second tableau will be after listening to the shouting, okay? So you can create two tableaus, or you can just create 1 tableau, okay? So there's a tableau. Or this group, for example, second, when you listen to second shouting, okay? And for example, this group, when you listen to third shouting. So third shouting, normally people, they don't care, like, wolf, yeah? So that is tableau. I really want to do this with all of you, but there are so many teachers here, it's impossible, okay? So now understand. So everybody understand what tableau is, yeah? Okay, good, very good. I trust you. But sometimes people say that, do you understand? Yes! And they don't understand anything. So, and I do practicum as well, in the teacher training program I do a lot of practicum. So the most prohibited question the instructor should ask will be, do you understand? If you ask, do you understand, everybody say, yes. But they understand probably the question, do you understand? Not the content. What the thing that they have to understand, they don't understand. They understand, do you understand the question? Okay, so that's graphic organizer you can give them. And the students, they in group, they create tableau. And another activity is mentor of the expert. This is another process drama strategy. Mentor of the expert is, mentor is kind of gown. Expert is 전문가. Everybody know what expert is, yeah? So the students are wearing expert gown. It means that they become an expert, okay? They experience an expert, even though they are not an expert, they experience an expert, okay? That's mentor of the expert. So the teacher organizes a volunteers meeting. So people heard about David's situation, David's mother's situation, and they realized that David's family needs some help, okay? So the teacher giving students another opportunity to create their identity as an expert, okay? So your name, your job, one more time, and how to help David's family, okay? So after giving some minutes, and mentor of the expert, David, and volunteers meeting will start, okay? So I'm going to become, sorry, because of the microphone. I didn't take off. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I need one. I have a scope. So I'm going to now. Am I a teacher? No, I'm a person in the drama. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Oh, thank you for coming this volunteers meeting. Oh, so many angels here. So you are here to help David's family. Wow. Oh, I'm so impressed. So impressed. Okay. So yeah, David's mother Anna, she's really critically, ill. She's, lung cancer. Everyone know that, yeah? So today, I'm going to note down all the things about how to help David's family. So I'm going to ask around, and please answer. And I have to schedule. The. All right. Oh my God. Okay. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Oh, can I have your name? Oh, Mary. My mother's name is Mary as well. Mary. Hi, Mary. Nice to meet you, Mary. Yeah, Mary. Oh, what are you going to help David's family? How? Oh, you're going to donate the money. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so you don't have to tell me the amount of money, but yeah, so I understand, Mary. Oh, you're so generous. Okay, and then I'm going to give you out that later on, that my contact number, and you contact. Thank you, Mary. Thank you very much. Yeah. Hello. Can I ask your name? Oh, your name is Anna. Oh, yeah, you feel a different way because David's mother Anna, same name, yeah. Yeah. So, you have any plan to, help David's family? Ah, you're a housewife. So you're good at cooking and everything, yeah? Households. Oh, very good. That is very important because she cannot move out. And thank you, Anna. I'll tell David's mother Anna about this good news. Yeah, thank you. Let's talk later on the time scheduling and everything. Thank you. Oh, hello. Hi. Oh, can I ask your name? Linda. Oh, hi, Linda. Oh, so you have any plan to help?
I'm going to make flyers.
Oh, flyers! And about what?
With David's photo on them.
Oh, really? So looking for, thank you. So you are an illustrator or something?
Yes.
Oh, thank you, we needed that kind of job. Oh, thank you very much. I'll give you more detailed information about David. Oh, thank you, Linda. Thank you for coming. Yeah. Oh, hello. Hi. Can I ask your name?
My name is Ellie.
Ellie. Hi, Ellie. Ellie, how can you help David's family? Why, Ellie? You're Anna's friend? That's why. Ellie, Anna's friend. Okay. So, yeah. So, do you have any plans?
I prepare
Yeah.
lunch for David every day.
Oh, you're going to prepare lunch for David's mother. Oh, thank you. Probably you're very good at cooking, yeah? And yeah, your mind, beautiful mind. Okay, thank you, Ellie. Okay, oh, so many people are here. Oh my goodness. So, okay, I'm very sensitive. All right. Okay, so if I take off this scarf, I'm going to be your teacher again, okay? So, and what can we do to find David? So if you do this activity, this mentor of the expert with your real students, you're going to have a lot of interesting time. Yeah, that it's just very, very good. The mentor of the expert is a group become characters without a specialist knowledge. Okay, so graphic organizer. Sometimes I give this graphic organizer to students, and they listen to all this, how they help. So if you are in-service teachers, you can use this for performance tests. Okay. Okay. So the final activity is thought tunnel. Thought tunnel. Thought tunnel. I'm going to show you. This is thought tunnel. This is my real students. They were given the time to prepare. One group of students, they collect all the ideas about David should not come, should not return. Okay? The other side, David should come back. David should come back home. On the another side, David should not come back home. Yeah. So they brainstorm all the possible excuses. Yeah. All the possible reasons that David should come and David should not come. And after that, the teacher assigned one student to become David. And all the class line up in two lines. Okay, making a tunnel. Okay. So this line should come, this line should not come, okay? And the teacher and the student who David, one step forward, and the person said, David, don't come back. People hate you, blah, blah, blah. Then this, David, come back, your mother is crying every day, blah, blah, blah. David, blah, 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 blah. David, blah, blah. David, blah, 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 blah. Da 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 da, and finally, David decided. Okay, that is thought. All right. So people go through David's thinking process. Yeah? So should I return or not? This activity you can also use not only for process dramas. Actually, the person who starts. You heard about process drama from me this time, first time, many of you. And then you cannot do a whole process of process drama. It's very difficult. But the activities that I introduced today, like roll on the wall, tableau, house sitting, mentor of the expert, and this thought tunnel, these are all can be used separately after reading class. Okay? After the reading class, you can use as a post-reading activity those drama strategies in your classroom. That's very, 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 very effective. Okay? And summary of the difference in key aspects. Now, I'm good. You remember? I told you that there were 3 categories of drama techniques. Yeah? Closed, semi, open. Okay? So now you experience some of process drama. Open communication, objective, fluency, authenticity, confidence, challenge, new classroom relationship. You agree? Yeah, process drama. Now you taste it a little bit. Organization. Naturally, usually begins with large group. You remember large group? But pair work and small group work as work continues. Agree? And, well, why so small, yes? and context. Launched by teacher in role and developed with students' input. Agree?
Yeah.
Yes, very good. And roles generalized at first, become individualized, the student's own choice later. Agree? Yes. And decision negotiated by student. And teacher function in role as model, out of role, and they can give support and to provide resource and to challenge. Okay? Agree, everybody? Yes. That is process drama. And now, everybody know TBLT, yeah? Task-based instruction. Task-based instruction. Is there anybody who doesn't know task-based? Probably all of you already know that what task-based instruction is, yeah? And Jane Willis, who is very famous about the framework of TBLT, and now she changes her idea that only one single task doesn't have any special meaning in learning the language. And so a task-based lesson, everybody, this group was the best group in reading aloud, yeah? So only this group can read aloud and this quote, okay? Ready, go! Yeah. So, process language for it also serves a priming function. So, TBLT, she doesn't talk about TBLT as a single task anymore. She's talking about sequencing tasks, which I have done so far, like sequencing all the drama techniques in and out of role, priming tasks, target task, priming task, target task, all the tasks that were sequenced and make learners experience more in-depth in the story, okay? Not fragmented context. So in process drama, students not only learn the language, but also they have a lot of opportunity to personalize, to express their ideas, their meaning and everything, and they can have a lot of chances to create a new identity, as you were given twice about you created as a villager, at the same time that later on you created an identity as a what? Volunteer, okay? So the students were given many more opportunity to what? To create an identity, an interesting identity which they really want to become or sometimes they really want to experience, okay? So that is very, very similar to TBLT these days, Jane Willis and Dave Willis. I met Jane Willis in person in Master Conference. In Master Conference is International Material Development Conference, which is president of Master Conference is my Ph.D. supervisor, Dr. Brian Tomlinson. He is the pioneer of English materials development, you know. As my graduate school is in International Graduate School English. We have English Material Development Department, which is only one in the whole world. Okay, so Brian Tomlinson is my supervisor. So I went to the Master Conference. At that time, it was in Liverpool. I go annually. At that year, Jane Willis came, and she was in my presentation. And after the presentation, she came to me and she talked about the importance of sequencing tasks, the importance of text, and the importance. And she was really happy about my presentation, and then we talked about it. And I also presented about process drama in the other year, and in that conference, and many mature developers around the world, and very famous people, including Brian Tomlinson, and was in my presentation. Brian he knew a lot about my project because he was my supervisor. So he talked about, and oh, Teresa, now you became the I'm so happy to see you as you now. You are the guru of process drama. Not much. But anyway, yeah. So TBLT and process drama is quite related. Okay. And so recently I wrote a book chapter, international book chapter about process drama with CLIL and TBLT and text-driven approach. So I flipped learning. I try to connect using process drama techniques in those areas. Okay, so I did research about process drama using in Korea. There was some opinions about the challenging point about using process drama in Korea. So some people say that there is no given curriculum, and we have to have difficulties in finding topics. And teacher enroll is really challenging. And classroom management is very challenging. And motivating to student to act is very challenging. And lack of drama experience and knowledge is very challenging. Agree? Yeah, but interesting thing it will be, in my graduate school I have one course about drama techniques and I'm mainly doing process drama. And all of my students, so first moment, they were really like, oh, professor, I cannot do like you are doing. It's, oh, no. But they have to do more than twice the process drama as a micro teaching in the classroom. Oh my God. I'm so proud of my students. They created really interesting, the process drama with CLIL and process drama they're doing, excellent dramas using, King Sejong's, so they King Sejong's area, and they going in and out of King Sejong's area and in contemporary area. Very, very interesting process dramas they're producing. I was like, oh my God, my creativity is, compared to my students' creativity is nothing. So when they do the process drama as a teacher, they're really good. So the first time they're really, but now they're. And an interesting thing was I started process drama, this type of workshop in 2007. Right after I finished my MA, I started to do, to train teachers and everything. At the time, in our graduate school, there's an intensive teacher training program for 6 months teacher training program. And I taught process drama in primary school teachers group and secondary school teachers group, yeah? And secondary school teachers group, at the time, 2007 and 8, they after taking the course, some teachers coming to me, oh, Teresa, I really like your method. This is a wonderful method, but we cannot use it in our class. And their excuses are blah, 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 blah. But you know what? From 2011 or 12 or something, in the NEET or something, I don't know. When I go many places, the teacher training program, and whenever I talk about process drama, nowadays, many teachers come to me with different reasons. With what reason? Oh, professor, can I contact you later? Can I use your material in my classroom? I really use this material in I really want to do it with my students. So nowadays, even 교육청, they're asking me, oh, I was looking around how to teach secondary school students English and with creativity, but I cannot find anybody. But I heard about you, but you're using a lot of creative activities. And so, the time changes, everything changes. So now people realize that the importance of learning involvement, experience. Then now, this workshop, this Teachers' Day workshop even, the title is what? Experiential learning. Yeah? And they asked me to come. You see? So nowadays, people are getting to realize. Okay, so the debriefing session is very important. After doing process drama, the clear classroom, the 3 C's is very important, and you can apply those ideas in process drama classes. And also, story drama is using a lot of drama techniques and story drama. This is another genre. And if you're interested in, you Google story drama, and you'll find out a lot of story drama, which is really similar to process drama. And for example, the Dream Eater, the storybook, and there are a lot of storybooks that you can get. And after teaching or while teaching, you make your students to create tableau. Okay? And then they experience the story. Okay, this is my reference. Thank you very much, everybody.